Welcome back to Stoneopolis, episode 11, and this is going to be a pretty short episode, by my standards that is. It's probably be a normal YouTube size episode. I'm going to just quickly go over what I did off camera, because it wasn't much. As I suggested last time, I changed these back to only accept one light grey coloured leaf at a time. Same with this one. So when multiple leaves are made by this cloche, one will go in the back, one will go in the front, and you notice I removed the block out the middle and put a wooden fence there so I could get access not only to that node but also the chest underneath it. And I think that's it, apart from changing this over to quartz meshes. So this now does quartz meshes, and it has quartz input and output, which means I changed this from iron to nether quartz. I haven't actually put them on the export yet. I was waiting to see, or for all these iron meshes to get used up before we switched over to quartz meshes, because that's quite finicky. I'm going to have to change all the output routing nodes on all the strainers. The only other thing I did, actually, I think I did another drawer here, didn't I? Oh, yes, the gold one. I did a gold compacting drawer. I think I did that. I'm sure that wasn't there last time. The other thing I did was test this. Now, this is the Sturdy Everything upgrade, and this is made from these four. So you have a 40% chance not to be damaged when used. That's the mesh. You have a recipe duration is dropped by 60%, so that's a 60% speed up. You have input items that have a 40% chance to not be consumed, and the recipe outputs have a 40% additional chance to do an extra roll. And that makes the Sturdy Everything upgrade, which is basically all four of those stats combined. Now, there was some suggestion in Discord that these are actually better than the Everlasting Input upgrade. And the simple answer is, if you want something quick, yes, the Sturdy Everything upgrade is. If you're on a slow roll, waiting for strainers, then it isn't. So what we have here was a little test. Now, this is one stack of netherrack with the Everlasting Input upgrade, which does the 80% chance to not be consumed. And it used that much of one mesh. So we've got two stacks and 21 from one stack of netherrack. And at the same amount of time that this produced that, the Sturdy Everything upgrade produced all this. Now this is from one stack of netherrack. This is from a second stack of netherrack, third stack, fourth stack, fifth stack. And that one is actually bang on half a stack. That was left over. So you can see there the amount of time it took for one stack to be processed. You can process all this with the Sturdy Everything upgrade. So I thought I'd just point that out. If you want something quick, then yes, the Sturdy Everything upgrade is the way to go. Now, you can make this upgrade once you unlock gold. One of these, that one, requires gold. The rest do not. So we've already made those ones. They just require iron meshes, and then the previous one, which are copper meshes. Oops. And this one here is just redstone clocks and stone, and the redstone clocks are just ordinary buttons and stone. So that one's particularly easy to make. So the only thing that you're waiting for really with this upgrade is the gold here. So once you get to gold, you can make these. Now you can't make the tier above it because that requires diamond, and we haven't got there yet. So yeah, little test. I thought I'd show you that. So what we're going to do today that makes this a short episode is we're actually going to automate the production of gold. And now this is very straightforward. There's nothing, sort of hard or whatever about this. One thing I'm going to need is this. Now it's currently sat here not doing nothing. And I shall take the iron block off the top. We've probably got better speed blocks now. Let's just have a quick look. So what you do here is if you hover over the resource generator 2 and press U, you'll find there's two tabs. One shows you the resources it makes, and then the second one shows you the speed blocks. And default is 220 ticks. So as you can see there, the fence knocks it down to 200. And then you've got various different speeds. Are these all in order? That'd be great if they were. Yeah, they are. So going all the way down to whatever that is, that is basically 5 ticks per block, which is stupidly fast. Probably, I'm going to hazard a guess that that's a nether star block, being as the beacon's slightly slower. So we can have a quick glance at this and see that redstone there is probably the quickest. Oh no, we can do electrum. Not sure if we can make obsidian or not. Don't think we can do any of these other blocks. So we can certainly do electrum. And I've probably made enough electrum to... I haven't made any electrum. Right, so we can get on that. That's just gold and silver. And I believe it makes 2 per block. So we want another one, because you can't make electrum block with only 8 ingots. I'm sure it's 2. Yeah, it is. I thought we'd made some electrum. Obviously not. So we'll use an electrum speed block for this, and we can put that... Didn't pick it up. What happened to the... It's still up there. Yeah, block of iron. Put that back in there. So we're going to use 2 strainers per process. I'm going to initially set it up with 1 and see how we go with speed. I'm going to utilise this upgrade. We just need our block of electrum. And we can just dump the other one in there. Right, I'm going to set it up near the crusher because we're going to need the crusher. In fact, what I could probably do is setting this up behind it, and then we can just push the ingots into the crusher itself. So let's just go with a 3x3 and extend this backwards. We're not going to need a lot of room behind here. Probably go back 3. Like so. So the first process we've got to do with this is to make the stone. And that's where the resource generator 2 comes in. So right at the very top up here, I'm going to insert our speed block. And under that, we have our stone, and then our resource generator, and then under that we want a container. Now we can't output directly into a strainer with underneath, but we could certainly move over and put the strainer here, like so, and then simply hopper into it. And that should be putting stone in our strainer. Now you can see how quick that is. And if you right click that, you can see that our current tick rate is 85 from the default 220. Now I may need more than one of these resource generators for this. We'll see how we go. From this strainer, we need to output into another strainer because this makes netherrack. So we have our second strainer right just here. And then we simply hopper into that strainer. Let's just grab a couple of meshes. Now, I'll grab a couple of the quartz ones. Now, we need our fluid in. So, what we're making here is netherrack, and the fluid for that is this blazing fluid. Now, let me just grab a couple of trapdoors. I've already made the blazing fluid. Now, we've done that in the previous episode, so you don't need to show you how to do that. That's not how you make a trapdoor. That's how you make a trapdoor. Why bright green? Well, I don't know. Why not? And we simply want to trapdoor. Not that. Not that. We want to trapdoor that, the top half. So we need to trapdoor on this side and that side. And then we take the hammer and we can turn them around by hitting them once. For some reason that one went the wrong way. Like so. And then we can put our fluid in. Now it's blazing fluid in both of these, I believe. I hope. No, it's not. No, it's not. Needs to be purified water in one of them. So it's blazing fluid for the netherrack. But this one is wrong, so we'll take that fluid out. That should stop that process. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this... Yeah, we take the netherrack, and to make the nether gold ore, we need purified water. So that's the reason why I have these on me. To make the purified water. So remember, that's purifying salt mulch and a block of mulch, and then just right click the salt on. And then that will make the nether gold. So for this one up here, I'm going to put the sturdy everything upgrade in. And the other one, I'm going to pinch. Is it in there? Yeah, it's in there. I'm going to pinch this everlasting input upgrade for the other one. Like so. Right. So that in effect gives us nether gold ore. The only thing we need to do now is get this into the crusher. Now we could do that with belts, but seeing as we've already got a hopper up there, we can just simply use the blood magic nodes. So for this, we're going to need a couple more nodes. So our output routing node needs to go on this wooden hopper. Should be okay alongside. We do need some filters, so I'm going to need some more of the wooden hoppers. Probably 4 is a good amount. Let's have a look. Oh, these are going in here, aren't they? So let's deal with the gold ore first. So here we want an input routing node. So we'll put it underneath, input routing node underneath. And in this, we want to input the nether gold ore. And then we need an output routing node, which we've already got up here. And in this one, we want to put the nether gold ore. And then once we link these to the network, can we get across here? Yep, from this one to this one, and then from that one to that one. That should Dropped another gold ore in there. I can see it going in. And then that gives us our gold dust. Now we need to furnace the gold dust. So we need another input routing node here. Gold dust. I'm going to put it on top, because why not? Gold dust. And we'll connect this one up to this one. And then in our furnaces up here, we need to output the gold ore. Now these are getting slightly full. So I changed the way that this node works. So instead of putting all of them in every one, we've got one side that does only copper. We've got one side that does only iron. We've got one that does copper and iron. And then we've got one that does only tin. So this is the one that only does tin. This one, not sure. This one is doing... Which way is that? West. This one is doing copper and iron. So does that mean that these are not filling up? So that must be keeping pace then. No, it's not keeping pace. I was going to say I could use that one, but not. Let's not. I might have to increase our furnace array. Now it's starting to get full. Because as we can see here, one of these is not spare apart from this one. Let's put gold on this one for now. So that should go in there. We need to change this bottom one here to include gold ingots. And then last but not least, we need to change the one on our draw controller to accept gold ingots. And then that should, in theory, be putting gold into this compacting drawer, and as you can see there, it is going up indeed. Yeah, that's all good. Right, so the only thing left that we've got here now is putting our meshes in these two. Now, I've just thought of something that will probably work, but we need to do it from the other side. And I need 2 hoppers. So let's get 2 wooden hoppers, because we don't need iron ones. And we want an output routing node, not an input. And the idea here is if I get behind here, now be careful not to break that block, but we can break that block. So we have a hopper going in here, and we have a hopper going in here, but I'm going to be stood in the way, so let's just move me out of the way, like so. And then we can use the output routing node here, and we want 2 more filters, or 1 more, because I've already got one on me. Oh, it's weird. I wonder why that is. And in here, we just want the quartz mesh. in both of them. And then in this node, we need to hook up the 2 wooden ones with that, and then, of course, hook this up, and let's hook it to that. And these should now contain... Oh, no, we haven't actually told this yet to input the quartz meshes, just as iron mesh. So we can change that now, but we'll leave the iron mesh in until they get used up, because they won't go anywhere else up there, because we haven't told any of those output routing nodes to put quartz meshes in anything. So now that should have a quartz mesh, that should have a quartz mesh, that should not have a quartz mesh. So we now have iron fully automated. Yeah, off camera I'm going to expand the furnace network, probably have another 4 furnaces, set them up the same way. That way we're not creating a backlog. I just thought, actually, how far off electric furnaces are we, because they are much quicker and they actually furnish 3 things at a time. Let's just have a quick look. We are here on Netherrack, and our furnaces, I believe, yep, there they are, look, our electric furnaces are in the next chapter. Now we've completed Netherrack entirely, it's green. So I may not expand that furnace setup at all, and we will just crack on with the next chapter in the next video. And it looks like I will have to change the upgrade in this strainer to maybe perhaps match the one that's in that strainer. So our resource generator is keeping up. That's actually filling up. So we're getting a positive number, so that's fine. This has got the fastest upgrade that we can make at the moment in there. So, well, it's not the fastest, but it's the most, I don't know what the right word is, comprehensive upgrade, shall we say. So the backlog is probably going to be this strainer, because the crusher, unless it's going full time, which it's not, won't have a problem keeping up. We did have a backlog of gold dust in here, so that's the reason why this might take some time to catch up. But so long as this strainer here doesn't get bunged up with iron, actually it can get bunged up with iron. If that bungs up with iron and fills up, this will just stop. And it only goes to, I believe, one of the furnaces, this one. So, I mean, they could change that hopper to a vanilla normal hopper, so it could hold 5 stacks. So, yeah, this has got a backlog of gold to catch up on. I don't think I did anything else off camera other than what I've already shown you. It was just a little exercise, so I was, sort of idling for a long time while we completed this. This can all be crushed, but I'll do this gradually as to not to flood those, or that furnace. It's already flooded. I suppose I can just process all this in the crusher and then just furnace it in this lot. Right, so that's our gold automated. That was a quick and short video for what I normally do. What I could do here is double up this strainer. I did create it so this process would use 2 on each level. But it looks like that may not be necessary. I mean, there's no rush for actually needing gold. So I'm a minimalistic type of Minecraft player. I don't create like hundreds and hundreds of one item just to process a gazillion ores when I actually don't have a use for them yet. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll catch you next time in episode 12. So stay safe and bye for now.